Hi everyone, Dr. Larsen here, and this video is really important because we're talking about the 5 elements for proper bowel elimination, so think constipation here. Now, I have a really good story for you from my first year in practice, I think. A young woman came in, diagnosed with Graves' disease, and she was about 25, 26. Her husband and her wanted to have another child. So what the medical doctors told her was that they couldn't conceive within about 2 years of having her thyroid gland irradiated. That's what their answer was for Graves' disease. Now, Graves' disease is a hyperthyroid. So the thyroid gland in the neck that's responsible for so many functions in the body, they wanted to basically kill it, irradiate it, because they had an autoimmune condition which they called Graves' disease. Now, they didn't want that. So that's why they ended up in my office, like I said, my first year in practice, I think. And like always, I take an extensive history. I look deep, figure out what's going on. And one of the questions is, how often do you have a bowel movement? And her answer was, oh, it's normal. So I asked her again, okay, so what's normal for you? And she said, well, every 2 weeks. So you think about that, she was going to the bathroom, a bowel movement, every 2 weeks. And the only reason why she went was because she went to McDonald's. So about every 2 weeks she'd go to McDonald's, and for whatever reason, that caused a bowel movement in her. So you can think about that, that's like 24 bowel movements a year. Now normal is bare minimum 1 per day, no questions asked. If you're going less than that, if you're going every other day or 4 or 5 times a week, not okay. If you're going 4 days between having a bowel movement, not okay. It's not normal. It doesn't matter if you've been that way for a long time. It means something's been going wrong for a long time. So anyways, with this young girl, young woman, in the matter of a week or 2, I helped her get her bowels moving every single day. A month later, she had her Graves test redone, and it was completely normal. She did not have to get her thyroid gland irradiated and subject herself to all of that trauma. And again, I wasn't treating her for Graves. That's not what I do. I was looking at her and trying to figure out what are the interferences to her body, why is it not working right, and what is it missing. That's all I did. And her autoimmune condition mysteriously vanished. I didn't treat, cure, or do anything to that. Just as a disclaimer there, all I did was help her remove some of the issues that were causing that. So I have 5 different things for you here for healthy bowel eliminations. Number 1 is water. I mean, need I say more? If you're not hydrated, how can you possibly have a good bowel movement? So half your body weight in ounces every day. You can get by with less if you're eating primarily fruits and vegetables. But I'll remind you, beverages like coffee dehydrate you more. So you need more water on top of that. So you have to factor that in as well. Number 2 is salt. This is probably one of my favorite topics, and I'll probably do a whole video on this one as well. Salt is so critical for healthy body function, but especially your digestion, your bowel movements. Pink salt is what we use. It's not processed, heated, or demineralized. Table salt. So this is not table salt that we're talking about here. And even most sea salt is processed. So I have it right here. This is what we use. I sell it in the office. We have it on our online store as well. You can probably find that in the description below this video. But I use this every single day. I try to get almost all patients on this because salt is critical for body function. And this is not processed. It's some of the highest quality stuff you'll ever find. So you think of the main ingredient in salt. It's sodium chloride. Now that's Na stands for sodium, Cl is chloride. And now your stomach makes hydrochloric acid. It's really important for it to do that. I have videos on that. So salt helps your body with the chloride part of it. You see the red there with the NaCl. It helps to make hydrochloric acid. So if you're low on salt, you can't make enough hydrochloric acid. Really critical for kids. They have to have salt. You need that. Now you need that for healthy bowel, for digestion, normal bowel movements, and acid reflux prevention. Super, super important to have salt. I love salt. I love this salt in particular. Now number 3 is probiotics. think here fermented foods. And I'm not talking the commercialized yogurt that you hear about and read on TV, the probiotics, this and that. That's not probiotics. You're not getting near enough of the right strains there. What you want is fermented foods, things like kimchi, things like sauerkraut, things like kefir, which is a cultured dairy beverage. Those are all fantastic forms of fermented foods. Now, for those of you who just want a pill, this is one that I really like. It's called Biome, and we have it on our online store as well if you want to pick that up. But that's a fantastic probiotic. Now, with probiotics, I typically rotate them. I don't just tell people to take the same one over and over again. You don't want to be doing that. You want to rotate different ones and stop taking them for a while as well. Number 4, bulking agents. So here you want to think fiber. Fiber foods in your diet, make sure that you're getting them in. I recommend primarily vegetables. Okay, that has fiber in there, not necessarily grains, right? That's fiber as well, but we know grains cause a lot of issues in the vast majority of people that I see anyways. So vegetables really important. If you're looking for more of a supplement thing to help you with that, Premier Cleanse. Great product. The capsules are probably the easiest. And then my new favorites are Sun Fiber and Sun Spectrum. Now Sun Spectrum has Sun Fiber in it, but it also has a special form of coenzyme Q10, curcumin, and turmeric in there. So it's fantastic for healing up the gut lining. I love Sun Spectrum. This product here is on our online store. I think Premier Cleanses as well. Fantastic products if you want to pick those up too. 5 is essential fats. You got to have fat. Okay, a lot of people are actually deficient in the right kinds of fats. So you want to avoid the cooked fats, except for coconut oil, butter. These tend to hold heat better, so if you're frying with those oils. And you want to get rid of the partially hydrogenated, the trans fats, and or the fractionated oils. So anything that's like a canola oil, that gold vegetable oil that you see in the stores, you don't want to be eating that kind of thing. You want to be having things like butter, coconut oil, avocado, and olive oil. Just don't cook with olive oil. Okay, it's not a high heat oil. But these are all fantastic sources of oil. Yes, these top 3 have a lot of saturated fat in them. Saturated fat is really, really important for your health. Here's a couple products that I use in my office quite a bit. We have a lot of different oils that we use. Premier DHA and EFA oil blend. Now number 6, I told you I'd give you 5. Here's number 6, strong adrenal glands. This is really, really important. The adrenal glands sit back here behind your kidneys or up on top of your kidneys, and they help adapt your body to stress. And we know that there's a lot of stress in this world. Right outside this window right here to my left is a busy road. You can probably hear it on the video. All kinds of stress happening. Our adrenal glands are getting hammered every single day. So weak adrenal glands equals small pebbles. So if your bowel movements, if your children's bowel movements are small little pebbles, that's weak adrenal glands. One that needs salt. That's a tip right there. Adrenal glands need salt. Kind of cycles back to number 2, I think it was. Salt's very important. But weak adrenal glands, so make sure you're sleeping enough. Right? Get out of high stress situations as often as you can. And if you just can't do it, that's where a couple products come in. But adrenal glands hold fluid in the colon. That's what they do. That's why if you don't have adrenal hormones, you get those small little pebbles. But here we go. Here's 2 of the products that I really like, Adaptogen R3 and Adrenoven. Now Adaptogen R3 is a combination of adaptogen herbs. Adaptogen herbs are known to adapt your body to stress. It adapts your endocrine system up or down depending upon where you're at. And I use this product extensively. It's a fantastic product. The other one is called Adrenoven, and that one is cordyceps, which is a fantastic product for nutrient herb to help heal the adrenals. And one that I didn't put on here is called Max B ND. So MAXB-ND. One of my favorite products of all time. And I forgot to put it on here for stress, but it's really important because it's a very, very unique form of B vitamins. And B vitamins get used up massively in stress, and now this is becoming a stress talk, but adrenal glands are important for constipation, really, really important. So if your adrenal glands are stressed, you're just not going to heal. So that's 6 of them for you. There's where you can get some of the products if you want them, but I gave you strategies that you can do without them as well. A lot of people just like to have that easy pill. So anyways, I'm Dr. Brant Larsen, and like this video, give me a comment down there. I'll talk to you again soon.